With the advent of DNA kits, there basically is no such thing as donor anonymity anymore. Because once you take a DNA testing kit, you can seek out your donor through the multiple databases that are available. And even if the donor isn't in there, you can find anybody that is tangentially, biologically related to that person through the DNA database. The best that you can do when you are confronted with the DNA challenges and the identifying of donors earlier than expected, or even if they were not supposed to be identified at all, is that you have to make sure people are educated. Because unfortunately the technology isn't going to go away, and you're not going to be able to tell children not to search for their biological contributors. Even if you tell them or promise or sign a contract, the children weren't born at the time these contracts were made. And just because you tell a child to do something does not mean that child will do it. I don't think that there is any such thing as donor anonymity anymore. I think once these databases become widely available and the DNA testing kits become less expensive, which means that they're widely accessible to everyone in the United States. So once the databases become full of all these individuals, it's impossible to call anybody anonymous. Pretty soon everybody is going to know all their DNA sequencing. For past donors, their expectation was that they would be anonymous and they would never be found out. And unfortunately, that expectation is now no longer realistic. It's unfortunate, but what they were promised is not going to be a viable option. So what's happening is that the donors are being contacted through these databases, or the relatives are being contacted and the donors eventually found. And what we thought was possible 25 years ago is no longer possible to keep their identity a secret.